What's up, boys and girls of YouTube? Today I'm going to be bringing you a top 5 hunter guide. Gonna cut it right now and tell you Ull is not in my top 5 hunter guide. Because in hunters, out of hunters, I am talking about your ADCs, your duo lane ADCs. And I believe Ull is an amazing hunter for the mid lane. Probably one of the best mids right now. Probably, if not the best mid right now. But because of Ull being the best mid hunter, I'm not putting him into the top 5 hunter list. I know this changes from my top 5 mids guide I did a while ago. I think it does, which I'll probably update here in the next few days. So, with that being said, I'm going to go over the top 5 hunters and then going to go over the 1 or 2 builds you see. I might do it based on the hunter just because I'm trying to think of my top 5. Yeah, I'm going to do it based on the hunter just because of the hunters I have in my top 5. Sorry about that. So, go ahead and jump into it. Rama's number 5. It's Rama, dude. Same shit. Crazy good ult, fairly safe, amazing steroid, good at killing objectives, pretty decent in lane, has a decent amount of clear, works very well in this meta that seems to be developing with double hunters. Also works if you have a mage in the mid lane. It doesn't really matter. So, with the build, I'm gonna go ahead and be. Yes. Okay. I'm just making sure. I wanted to remember. You're going Ninja Tabby boots. You're not finishing that first. Let me change that up since Hunter's a little bit different. You're gonna be stacking first and beginning your lifesteal. Gonna go Devo's gloves into your attack speed boots. Why can't I see them? I'm blind. And your Ninja Tabby, and then you're gonna be going into even more attack speed, which is gonna be your oboe, and then you're gonna get even more attack speed, which is going to be your executioner. And then you're gonna get even more attack speed, which is gonna be your kins. And then you'll get even, well, I guess not more attack speed. You get a little bit of penetration. I think this is pretty key, especially for killing the front lines, which happens a lot in the way the game's played right now. Especially if you're running double hunter. You both might not need the executioner. One of you could be running the other crit build, which I'm gonna go over here in a second. Or one of you could just swap out the executioner if you wanted to, as long as you're attacking the same target. If you are not attacking the same target, this is ideally what you need for team comps that are going to be building a lot of physical defense. Late game, you are going to sell the Ichival and grab yourself an oboe, and that'll be your full build. This is more of a pen attack speed build, going to shred tanks, going to shred whoever, especially if they have Thorn. Now, you can swap this up and go into a crit build if you want to do that. Go ahead and grab yourself a Wind Demon. Go ahead and grab yourself the Deathbringer, and gonna go ahead and grab yourself the Poison Star. So this will give you the crit you want. It'll give you attack speed. Pretty much all you need. This will lack in penetration. You virtually have no penetration. A lot harder to kill a tank. Seems to be what a lot of people enjoy when they go crit build, from what I'm seeing on my end. I prefer the other build like tenfold and much rather have the other build. And this is for a god that's going to go Devo gloves. This is your build. Here you go. Simple as that. So that is our number 5 hunter. Number 4 on the list is going to be Jingwei. She's going to run the same builds. She's just a normal attack hunter. She has crit in her kit, which is pretty sick. The 2 is giving you crit. Awesome, fantastic. If you do go a crit build, pretty much the same crit build. If that's what you're doing, it's going to work out the same. I still recommend the pen build because she's going to have crit in her kit, which is awesome, but you don't need to rely on it, and you'll just do a shit ton of damage with the normal attack speed pen shred build. Simple, right? That's number 4 on the list. Number 3 on the list. Oh, and the reason she's number 4, I didn't even go over that. Go back. Jingwei's number 4 on the list because she's super fucking safe. If your ult's up, you're virtually unkillable unless you fuck up. She's got a shit ton of mobility. She's got a little bit of, I don't want to say self-peel, but a little bit of CC to just give you a second, especially on assassins that are diving you. You can get them knocked up. That's a lot of damage you can get done in that little bit of time. She has mobility. She has damage. She has crit in her kit. She's awesome. She's got the attack speed buff coming off your 1 if you get knocked up. She's really, really, really strong. And she's much better in the mid to late game than the early game. That's why I have her at number 4 rather than higher, just because she's solely someone you want to farm on, get to late game as fast as possible, and then frag on. Number 3 on the list is going to be your Artemis. The reason I throw Art in this spot over, say, Jingwei, is because you have early fight, mid fight, and amazing late fight. While you're not as safe with your mobility, you are very good at aggressing, very good at diving, very good at killing frontline. Basically, very good at being the attacker rather than the person retreating. With your ult, you have the CC immunity, which is amazing. You're getting ganked, pop your ult. You're aggressing, pop your ult. You need peel, pop your ult. You got everything right. You have a slow in the kit as well as the damage. Your clear is decent. You've got the crit in your kit. You have the attack speed buff. You have the movement speed buff from your 2. You have a little bit of CC coming out of your root. She's amazing. She's awesome. I really didn't see her coming back into the meta, honestly. But then the more and more I see her get played, the more frustrating and annoying she can be when played correctly. That's our number 3 on the list. Same build. You can either go the crit build or the attack build. Once again, I pretty much prefer going the attack build, especially with everyone getting thorns. Number 2 on our list is going to be Soul. Well, it's not a hunter, and I did say we're going towards a double hunter meta. Soul fills that same exact role out of a magic ADC, I guess, right? Amazing at killing objectives, has secure out of role, has a decent team fight. Well, it's not amazing. She does hit very hard with her autos, and her 2 and her ult can go a long way. She has sustain built into her kit, which is dope. Strong as fuck. And she's just safe. She's another Jingwei-esque type god where you're really not being aggressive super early. Your mid game and your late game is where you're gonna excel, and just your ability to do objectives goes far. It's so fucking annoying playing against a good soul, and having a good soul on your team just it goes a long way. It goes far, like I said. So that's gonna be Soul. Her build's obviously different because she's a fucking mage and she's not a normal hunter. You can go Bancross Rush into your boots, into your late stacking. This works because, like I said, you're in lane a lot. This is more of, in my eyes, you're going to be fighting a little bit early because you know your matchup and you know you're going to be able to fight in your matchup. So you're going to grab the Bancross for the sustain as well as the additional damage. Ideally, if you're just playing for the late game, you're going to swap those items. You're going to go ahead and build yourself Warlock Sash here. Then get yourself your lifesteal here. And it's pretty freaking strong, right? Like that's what that's what you're gonna do. You're then gonna grab yourself pen, assuming you need pen right now. Sorry, I'm glancing over to look over all the builds that I kind of wrote down and I think are gonna be ideal. You're gonna go and grab yourself some pen here. It's straight up. It's gonna be your attack pen though, and you're gonna grab yourself a demonic grip. You are then also gonna grab yourself some more movement and get yourself a hasten ring, and then you're gonna grab yourself the penetration you need, which is gonna be your ob shard. And now the reason for this is going to be, like I talked about, the warlocks and the Bancrofts. You get trading off the early sustain if you're fighting because you want that, or you're grabbing warlocks to get your stacking up, have a lot of health, be super safe, have a lot of damage as well. So these 3 are going to be your ideal. These 3 in order, right? Demonic is going to give you your penetration you need with your passives. It gives you the movement speed. It gives you a little bit of attack speed, which is what you're lacking up to this point. The hasten ring is going to allow you to double W key, just run at people, do what you want to do. Whenever you're in team fights, you can back off with this, you can chase with this, you can do whatever. Very strong. And then the ob shard is going to finish up with the extra penetration you need to kill tanks, to kill anyone in the team fight, and just overall be relevant and do what you need to do and be the soul you need to be, right? So there's your ADC soul build that you'll more than likely be running. Once again, swap those if you want. You can even swap Demonic and Hasten if you don't need the penetration. If they have like no defense, I mean, you're getting pen out of your boots. If they have no defense and you think you're gonna be fighting a lot, grab the Hasten here over the Demonic and then swap the Demonic to your 5th slot and have fun. Go with it. Number 1 on my list is going to be Hachiman. Back to a hunter. Builds are the same. Just gonna get that out of the way. I think like you have infinite mana essentially with his passive. The god is safe, can fight in lane, has decent clear, has ability to kill objectives, has ability to help your team clear objectives with your 2, which is insane. Super underrated. The ult, extremely safe. Anytime you think you're gonna die, just ult the fuck out. It's okay. And then anytime your team is chasing and diving and you can see it's a safe path for you to get in, use the ult to get in. Just, you're right there. Boom. Show up, blast them with a bunch of damage, slow them, and then maintain in the fight. It's awesome. Your 3 has a stun on it, which is kind of wild coming out of a hunter. Granted, it's not super often you use that in team fights to do the stun. It does happen occasionally, but your 1v1 presence. You can poke at them and then dash them, stun them, get even more poke, kill them, chase them with the ult, whatever you got to do. He has everything from early, mid to late, which is why I have him at number 1, as well as being a safe hunter that can do what everyone else can do. I know a lot of people prefer playing, say, a soul over Hachi, but I truly believe that Hachi is what we're going to see become like it's already become a standard, a very normal god to see almost every game. But with the double hunter meta, it makes killing objectives even crazier. Imagine having a Fafnir, a Hachi, and a Soul, or a Fafnir, a Hachi, and a Rama, and just all that attack speed that you have, all that damage, how quickly you can kill a Gold Fury. It'd be like 5 seconds. I bet you, if you all dropped your shit, popped your shit at the same time, that Gold Fury is going down in 5 seconds, and it's something you're gonna see in competitive. It's gonna be wild. You're gonna see the other team back off and then be like, "Oh shit, Gold Fury," and then it's gone. And that's just the meta we're heading towards. Objectives are really key, and the easier you can do them, and the easier you can stay safe after doing them, the farther your team's gonna go into those team fights, into those late game, progression, essentially. So those are my top 5 hunters. I don't have any outside hunters I want to mention. I did say Ul's name and explained why he's not in my top 5, and that's truly what I believe. I've gone over both builds on hunters and then the one build on soul, so you guys kind of have an idea of what you want to be building, and I hope this helps you guys out. I truly expect to see you playing all these hunters, and that's about it. Don't be fucking branching out and playing too much crazy stuff because there's no point. I know you want to get better. I know you want to win, so play these gods. Please hit the subscribe button down below. Be here, releasing guides almost every single day. We have videos literally every day, gameplays, and I'll see y'all later.